Chapter 4, The Real Deal. After what felt like an endless drive back to your apartment, you closed the door behind you, leaning against it with a heavy sigh. An hour of waiting only to be stood up. I should have known better than to... You barely had time to knock off your shoes when you hear a rapid knocking at the door. What the... Pulling the door open, you see out-of-breath Elijah clutching a bouquet of white roses in his hand. Thank God you're here. Elijah, I hope those flowers come with a good story. They do, I promise. Would you believe these are my peace offering? I believe you. But if you wanted to come in peace, you're over an hour late. I know, let's just say the most important part first. I am so sorry. This morning went completely sideways. That's putting it mildly. My phone died during the endless meeting with my boss, and I couldn't get out in time. I nearly got a ticket racing to the cafe, but you had already left. I'd been running all over trying to find you. Wait, you went searching up and down Sunset looking for me? Yeah, what, you thought I just gave up on you after last night? Well, there's something in his expression beyond the apology that makes your stomach flip. You mean way too much for me to give up that easily. Now, can I please come in and properly apologize? Elijah, get in here already. Like watching you suffer in the hallways and punishment enough. Does this mean I'm forgiven? He steps inside, relief visible on his face. Depends on how good the rest of your apology is. He steps inside and you close the door behind him. After a few moments, Elijah just paces the living room, still holding the flowers like he's forgotten about them. Okay, you're making me nervous with the pacing. Right, sorry, these are here. You place the flowers in a vase with water and then settle onto the couch with Elijah. So, what happened with your boss? Well, he loved the first draft of the Valentine's article. That's great. So much so that he wants me to head up on the launch of our digital magazine. Elijah, that's incredible! In New York. Your smile freezes. New York? For 3 months, starting the day after Valentine's Day. You want me to oversee the launch, train the new team. The weight of his words settles between you, making last night feel even more bittersweet. It's an amazing opportunity. It's just so last night on the rooftop, I didn't even know then. I swear, the meeting was this morning. That's when he pitched it to me. Wow. So what does that mean for us? 1 minute we're kissing on a rooftop, the next you're going to New York? Temporarily, and believe me, I know, the universe has a twisted sense of humor. The universe or your boss? Both, apparently. Emily, you know that last night was the real deal for me, right? Yeah, it was for me too. He takes a deep breath, reaching for your hand. That's why I want you to be my date to the Valentine's party tomorrow. What party? I know it's super last minute, but my work is throwing this big bash for V-Day tomorrow, and the timing sucks, but... He takes a deep breath, looking at you with those earnest eyes. I want to spend my last night in LA with you, and maybe we can figure out what these next 3 months could mean together if you want to. He holds out his hand to you, and suddenly you're back on the rooftop, everything feeling possible again. I don't want to waste time we have left together. Let him sweat it a little bit longer. No. Kiss him softly. You close the distance between you, pressing a soft kiss to his lips. So, I'm forgiven? I'm still a little hurt that you stood me up, but I also can't stop thinking about last night. That makes two of us. His smile against your lips makes your heart flutter. So is that a yes to being my date? It's a yes. Oh, I promise it'll be worth your while, and I'm glad I get to see you again before I go. The sincerity in his voice makes your stomach do somersaults. Me too. But for now, I should probably head out and let you get some rest. What time should I be ready tomorrow? I'll pick you up at about 7. Wear something nice. It's Valentine's Day after all. He stands up but lingers at your door. But, hey, thanks for not giving up on me today. I would never give up on you. See you tomorrow, Emily. As you close the door behind him, you can't help but smile. The next night, you're getting ready for the party, outfits scattered across your bed. This is it, our last night together before he flies off to New York. You pick up your phone and glance at the picture Elijah sent you earlier, accompanied by a caption. Getting out my best suit for dinner with the best. Looks nice. Pink and black suits him. No pun intended, I bet I have to dress that match. I mean, it's also white, but you know. Holding it up to the mirror, you can't help but smile at the thought of his colleagues, and most importantly, Elijah, seeing you in it. Yeah, pink and black. I mean, don't forget the white, but I digress. Remember when we got to see the cheap dress? And any alternatives? And we would be able to choose? Yeah, I miss those days, don't you? Anyway, it's too much effort now, I guess, for Pixelberry. Even though we're paying. Too much effort. Will be a perfect match. You smile to yourself as you zip up the dress, and just as you finish zipping it up, there's a knock on the door. You open the door to find Elijah standing there in his elegant new suit with a pink rose in his lapel. Hey, Emily. He stops mid-sentence, almost like he forgot what to say. His eyes are wide with admiration. Wow. You do a playful twirl, the dress floats around you. You like it? That's an understatement. He catches your hand mid-spin, pulling you closer. You matched with me. You're really trying to kill me here. Well, it's your last night in town. I want to give you something worth remembering, especially on Valentine's Day. Trust me, it's going to make leaving a lot harder. He takes a moment to drink you in, like he's memorizing every detail. I think this just became my favorite holiday. He offers you his arm, and you lace yours through it, beaming. My dude, wait till Halloween. They come in black. What? After a short drive, you and Elijah step into a grand ballroom, where soft pink lighting illuminates the floor in heart-shaped patterns. Wow. Your grip tightens on Elijah's arm as you take in the ballroom, from the heart-shaped lights on the dance floor to the pink drapery on the walls. He leans in close, his voice just for you. You know everyone's already staring, right? At the room or us? Both, but mostly at how incredible you look in that dress. He grins as he spots a group of one of the tables, champagne glasses in hand. Oh, there they are, ready to meet the people we've been asking about mysterious girl from my article. Only if you hold my hand, you're okay with me winning them over. You promise they don't bite. You hold my hand for good luck. He immediately laces his fingers through yours, giving them a gentle squeeze. Like I'd let go anyway. You know, if I really think about it, this looks like Peter Parker, and she looks like Mary Jane. I just realized, don't at me. Smooth. He hasn't been bit by the spider yet. His warm laugh helps calm your nerves as you approach the group. Alright, here they are. My work family. Everyone, I'd like you all to meet my lovely date, Emily. Oh, it's about time. We've all been dying to meet you. Emily, this is Teresa, one of our writers. So, you're the woman who turned our resident cynic into a romantic. Well, someone had to show him the light. And what a job you did. We couldn't believe it was the same Elijah. I'm standing right here, you know. And looking much less cynical, I might add. A burst of laughter erupts from the group. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Emily. I'm Adam. I don't like him. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't have to tell you. Our other friend, Brian, should be back from the restroom in a bit. It's nice to meet you all. The group quickly makes you feel at home. welcoming you into their bubble as they share stories about each other. Oh, Elijah, I have to tell her about the cookie fiasco. Oh, God, Adam, no. What is a cookie fiasco? Well, short version, your guy here once brought homemade cookies to a client meeting. A client on a keto diet. Another man, presumably Brian, appears behind Adam, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. The chaos ensued. Look, in my defense, somebody lied and they said they loved carbs. He glares at Brian, a playful scowl crossing his face, and everyone bursts into laughter. Wow, Elijah, you never tried to win me over with cookies, so you're kind of a suck-up, huh? Why do we have to go with teasing/hostile or teasing/pity me? Anyway, that's because you'd see through me in a second. True. I prefer my dates to be less cookie-dependent, but I think you're doing just fine without the baked goods. Teresa leans over to you. He might seem easygoing, but your man over there is also obsessed with contests. Christmas? He couldn't care less. Christmas office decorating competition? Suddenly his desk is a winter wonderland. You're kidding. Please say there are photos. Oh, there are photos. So many. Betrayal. I thought you guys deleted those. So, how did you two meet, after all? Oh, you know, the usual. You meet someone, I spilled a glass of wine on him. On purpose! No, well, let's just leave it at that. I was covered in red wine, and she was exceptionally apologetic. Sounds like a meet cute, straight out of a romantic comedy. Exactly, and I won't lie, the wine stain might have been the best conversation starter I've ever had. So did you plan on seeing each other again afterwards, or was it just pure luck? You and Elijah exchange a knowing glance. I think it was a little bit of both. Sometimes things are just meant to happen. Agreed. It's funny how one little accident can lead to this. And since you two are nauseatingly adorable, how about a game of suck and blow before dinner? Whoa. Whoa. You up for it, Emily? I'm sorry, suck and blow? Whoosh, Jesus Christ. What is suck and blow? Watch me become the champion of... I can't. Listen, I had to compose myself, because holy shit. Hang on. Is there a trophy I don't know about? Because if there is, I think you'd win bragging rights at your office. Mid-prize at best, but getting to play a game with you, that's a win no matter what. And come on. You join the forming circle with a competitive grin. Alright, for those who don't know how to play, we use a deck of cards. The rules are simple. Pass the card using only your lips. No hands allowed. Oh. I never knew that game had a name until now. Easy enough, right? The game begins, filling the room with laughter as the card makes its way around the circle. Brian tries his best to keep the card on his lips as he passes it from person to next to you, but fumbles at the last second. Damn it! Off your game today, Perry. There was a warm-up, Carter. Okay, it's my turn. You brace yourself as the person next to you holds the card on their lips. You pucker your lips, suck the card over successfully, and turning it to pass it to Elijah. Should I really pass it to him? No. You purposely let the card fall, allowing your lips to meet his in a brief but thrilling kiss. Oops. The room erupts in playful cheers, and Elijah can't help but laugh. Oh yeah? You sure that was an accident? Accident my ass! Hey, we should give Emily the benefit of the doubt. Oh yeah, I'm totally innocent. After a few more rounds of laughter and fun, everyone takes their seats for dinner. The food is incredible, but nothing compares to the way Elijah keeps looking at you and smiling. Do I have something on my face? No, I'm just really, really glad you're here. You reach over to squeeze his hand when a flustered server emerges from the kitchen. I'm so sorry, everyone, but there's been an issue in the kitchen. We won't be serving dessert tonight. No dessert? We can't celebrate Valentine's Day without dessert. Oh no, I wonder what happened. Well, let's go find out. He takes your hand, leading you towards the kitchen. Inside the kitchen, you find the head chef on the floor, clutching his ankle. Who the hell spilled water here and didn't clean it up? Oh, this is where he's been since, he flopped on television. He needs to go to the hospital. The dessert's completely ruined. Are we sure about that? Elijah's eyes suddenly light up as he turns to you. Why are you looking at me? Because you could totally save this. I'll be your sous chef. We can make this work. Scanning the kitchen, you spot the ingredients scattered across the counters. Eggs, chocolate, sugar, it's all here. They do have everything I'd need for a chocolate mousse, but we'd have to work fast. Is that a yes?
Yes, let's save the day.
Who remembers me doing that voice? Let me know when you remember it and what it was from. Let's do it. I knew you'd want to help. Chef, quick question. Any raspberries in the kitchen?
Yes, fresh ones in the walk-in.
Perfect. I have an idea. Well, first we throw him out of the kitchen. As the waiter helps the injured chef get up, you immediately take charge of the kitchen. Elijah, I need that chocolate over there, the good stuff, and the bottle of cream. While he nods and darts across the kitchen, you pour the raspberries into a small pot with some sugar to start reducing. In just a few short moments, Elijah returns with exactly what you need. Here you go. Thanks. Looks like we're a dream team in the kitchen. Glad you're here to help fetch ingredients. We're a dream team. In here and everywhere else. He hands you the chocolate and your fingers brushing past his. Smooth talker. Okay, I'm gonna start melting the chocolate if you want to watch. Of course. Show me how it's done, chef. With the ingredients in hand, you set to work melting the chocolate, demonstrating to Elijah how to stir it gently until smooth. See how it's getting glossy? That's what we want. Looks great. He leans in to swipe his finger across the spatula and then licks it clean. Oh, it also tastes even better. Hey, what about me? Hey, here, have a taste. It's delicious because of you. Elijah swipes a bit of chocolate on his finger and offers it to you with a playful grin. You feel your face flush with heat as you lick it off his finger. You're right, delicious. Let's just make sure we don't eat it all ourselves. Alright. Next up, I'm going to whip the cream. It's really important to achieve the right consistency of a fluffy mousse. Together you fold the melted chocolate into a whipped cream, creating a rich, creamy mixture. What about the raspberries? That they're now smelling amazing on the stove. That's our raspberry coils. I was thinking of using it for some decoration. How about drawing a heart on the plate? Lean into the holiday spirit. You have come so far from the holiday day, or Valentine's Day skeptic. I spilled wine on. I'm hoping that's a compliment. Laughing, you nudge him with your head. A compliment and a yes to your decor suggestion. Let's do it. You carefully flip a piping bag with, or fill a piping bag with raspberry coils as Elijah plates a serving of mousse for each guest. Then you begin piping the coilus into a delicate heart shape. It's just weird reading piping. It's typically called dispersing, but, it's throwing me for a loop. Elijah leans in closer behind you as you work on the design, watching each movement. You've got a steady hand. Impressive. Turn around and give him a kiss. You turn your head and quickly plant a gentle kiss on his lips. What was that for?
For being adorable.
For inviting me here, helping me with the dessert, being my Valentine, of course. He reaches up to brush a thumb over your cheek. Believe me, Emily, I can't think of a better way to spend it. You finish each dessert with a delicate swirl of raspberry coilus, stepping back to admire your work. Perfect. Just need to chill before serving. A few minutes later, you and Elijah return to find the dining room buzzing with anticipation. I hear we're in for a special dessert. As servers present each beautifully plated dessert, there are gasps of delight at each table. Our chocolate mousse. Hope they like it. I'd eat it. Oh, these raspberry hearts. How perfect for Valentine's Day. This looks incredible. Pride swells in your chest as the guests take their first bites, their expressions melting into delight. Ah, the mousse is amazing. Who made it? Your mom. All Emily's work. She saved dessert tonight. Who did you think made it? We literally went... Anyway, as you bask in the genuine joy around you, the editor of Elijah's magazine catches your eye. Exceptional work. You have quite the talent. Thank you. Elijah slides closer, lowering his voice just for you. You really saved tonight. We did. You're not a bad sous chef. Well, turns out I do a lot of my best work when I've got you to collab with. Smiling, you tuck into your own dessert. As evening progresses, soft music fills the room and couples begin drifting to the dance floor. May I have this dance? He extends his hands, eyes twinkling in the dimmed lights. A dance? Of course. I thought you'd never ask. Just waiting for the perfect moment. He takes your hand, leading you to join the other couples. As you sway to the rhythm together, everything else seems to fade away. I've been waiting for this all night. Oh, really? It's not a proper night out if you don't get to dance with your date. Says who? My newly acquired Valentine's Day instincts, but more importantly, I just really wanted to dance with you. You slide your arms around his neck, drawing him closer until there's barely space between you, making it hard for me to focus on anything else. That's kind of the point. His smile grows softer as his hands settle on your waist. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm really glad you're here with me. Your heart skips as the way he's looking at you. I am too. Tonight has been perfect. I just wish it didn't have to end. Here, I wasn't going to mention it because I was enjoying the moment, but hey, thanks, bro. Thanks for ruining the moment. And that I didn't have a flight first thing in the morning. The reminder of his upcoming trip to New York stirs a mix of emotions in your chest. Elijah's arms tighten around you as if he can sense your thoughts, which he created. Hey, do you want to get out of here? We could talk more privately back at my place if you're up for a nightcap. Yeah, I'd like that. Back at Elijah's apartment, he opens the door to usher you in. Well, make yourself comfortable. I got something to show you. He pours 2 glasses of wine as you settle onto the couch and joins you with his laptop. Wait, is this the draft of my Valentine's article? You're such a big part of it, I wanted you to see it. Your heart races as you begin to read. Let me start with the confession. I thought I had Valentine's Day figured it out. Overpriced dinners, forced romance, and enough heart-shaped merchandise to make Cupid file for bankruptcy. Then a server spilled wine on me, and somehow that turned into a plot twist my story didn't know it needed. He lines up to see Elijah watching you with a soft smile. I watched her eyes light up during a chocolate-making workshop. I found myself grinning at drive-in movies I usually dismiss as cliché. Every tradition suddenly had a new perspective. Her perspective. What started as an article about manufactured romance became something real, a story I never planned to write. And for a journalist who prides himself on objectivity, I have to admit, I've never been happier to be wrong. Elijah. It's a very short article. Sorry, not sorry. You've really captured something beautiful here. It's all thanks to the inspiration you've given me. So, I'm your muse now. Absolutely. Hope you don't mind. Elijah smiles, gently placing the laptop aside without breaking eye contact. You've been the best kind of unexpected. So have you. You aren't sure who leans in first, but your lips meet. The gentle kiss quickly deepens as his hand slides to your waist. You melt against him, your fingers trailing up to his chest, the collar of his shirt. God, you drive me crazy. When he finally pulls back, his breathing is heavy, his thumb traces your bottom lip as he studies your face. Will you stay with me tonight? Just say no, take it slow. You're literally leaving for 3 months, dude. I'm flattered by the offer, but don't you have an early flight? Maybe we should just stick to this. You kiss him again, and he smiles against your lips. Oh, this is good. I like this very much. So, you sit on his couch, late into the night, laughing, chatting, in between more kisses, trying to make each moment last. Next morning, you and Elijah stand together in the hallway of your apartment complex. His suitcases are by his side, and your heart aches knowing this is the last time you'll see him for a while. I should be happy for him, but how can something feel so right and end so soon? So I guess this is goodbye? That depends on if you want it to be. I need you to know that last night wasn't just... It meant more than that. I like you way too much to let this just be it. He takes your hands in his, thumbs brushing over your knuckles. When I come back, if you're still single, if you're willing to give us a real chance, I'd really like to take you on a proper date. I feel the same way. I want to explore this when you get back, too. No, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to. He gives you one last lingering look. I better head out before I miss my flight. I'll miss you, Emily. You two act like you couldn't call each other, voice chat, or, video chats, Literally, there's so many things. Wait. You step forward, pulling him down for one last kiss. Sam cups your face as he kisses you back softly. Now that's a proper goodbye. Something to remember me by. As if I could ever forget you. You watch him walk away, feeling a mix of hope and longing. I'll see him again. I will. I know it. 3 months later. Oh, come on! You could have literally... Again, what did I just say? Voice chats, video chat, Your fellow Étoile Bleue waitstaff gather around to wish you well on your last night. Emily, I still can't believe you're leaving us. We should have known when your catering gigs took off that you'd be moving on to bigger and better things. Well, I haven't gotten into culinary school just yet, but fingers crossed that I get some interviews. Oh, so how does it feel as to be closing your last shift? I feel ready for this new chapter. Honestly, I'm ready. Everything's falling into place exactly how I hoped. Oh, look at you all grown up and conquering the world. I love this for you. You've always known exactly what you wanted. I still remember your first day like it was yesterday. Oh, you're the only person who's ever put the apron on backwards and didn't notice the whole shift. Yeah, I remember how you guys let me embarrass myself until Chef Maria pointed it out. Oh, come on, you still love us. Yeah, now give us a hug before you take off. They pull you into a group hug, a comforting warmth surrounding you. Send us an invite when you open your first restaurant, okay? No, that invite might take a while, but I will, I promise. You gave them one last wave goodbye as you exit the kitchen for the last time. As you head into the dining room one last time, you notice a familiar face is sitting alone at a table, lost in thought. Your heart skips a beat at the sight of him. You sidle up to the table and clear your throat. The seat taken, or did someone stand you up again? I was waiting for someone, but it looks like she's right on time. His eyes light up as he sees you, the same warmth you remember feeling his smile. I was hoping we could pick up where we left off and go out on a proper date. Are you asking me to join you on another spontaneous adventure? I put a little more planning into this one, but yeah, one more adventure. What do you say? I'm in. Just like that, no questions asked. Let's just say you've earned my trust. And that makes me a lucky, lucky man. His warm smile makes you realize how much you've missed him. From spilled wine, a Valentine's Day article, who would have thought we'd end up here? He takes your hand, and as you head out of the restaurant together, sharing a smile, you know your own story is just beginning. And that's it. That's the end of the book. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, first and foremost, if you did enjoy what I do, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Aside from that, you know what else to do and what I usually say after years of doing it. So anyway, most likely if you're listening to this right now, you've been here for a while, right? Let me know if you have. If you haven't, welcome. Otherwise, let's just dive into it. So as you can tell, there's that thumbs down, right? No shit. I'm kind of like Elijah. When it comes to Valentine's Day, I'm not all for it. I'm really not. Because here's my mentality, right? And good luck finding another guy like this who has the same mentality. Make every day and every event and every holiday a special one. I don't need a certain thing on a calendar that is heavily over-promoted and heavily expensive to make things special for you. I'd rather make 2 days before Valentine's special for you. I'd rather make 2 weeks before Valentine's Day special for you. Without any actual requirement or need or obligation, because that is love. Love is something that most of you have, forgot about, never experienced something like that. Or you have this weird thing that a lot of people don't, it's nothing wrong, but it is something that a lot of people mistake as lust and whatnot for love. It's not. It's one of the reasons why I look at Bound Chicken Wawa scenes and I'm just like, oh, look, you think this is love. No, I get it. That is a part of the love. But it is a very small part of the love to me. Sweeping somebody off their feet, doing small texts, small gestures, small things, right? Like I was watching a couple walk down the sidewalk the other day. And the guy was walking in front of her. Like, what? Dude, what? You walk side to side, and also there's the sidewalk rule, right? Let men have is you don't step. A woman should never walk where the curb is. You should be walking on the outside. It's a sidewalk rule that us men have. Keyword men, not the boys, men. It's a thing that I always say to people who, think, air quote, men are like that. There's people who think that men are obsessed with women's boobas and butts and, that's all they care about is OF subs and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, no. Nope, never had one, never cared about one. I call people out for it, the whole 9 yards. I don't care, because, you may find some woman who, let's just hypothetical this for a minute. Let's say you find some woman and she's got the boobas, right? But then she ends up getting, a health problem where her boobas have to be removed because those do exist. And what then? Are you going to fall out of love with her because you fell in love with her boobas? No. You fell in love with her personality, or so I would hope. It's physicality. When we die, we leave our meat suits behind, right? You're supposed to be, if you die, or your soulmate dies before you, are you not supposed to be, you're going to be like, what are you, on the other side, right? Because you left your meat suit behind. Right? If you believe in souls, that's what most of us believe, is your soul leaves your body. This is it. This physicality is whatever, right? Whatever happens to your body on this plane of existence means nothing. And neither should your love, because love is supposed to transcend all of that, right? Real love. So, this book was okay. But I am kind of like a Valentine's Day cynic, I guess, pessimist, whatever you want to say, because I'd rather love all year round. It's sad because I'm a hopeless romantic and I still haven't found my Mrs. Right, because I believe in such a thing, even if you have found love once, and unfortunately for me, it was taken away. Um, what am I supposed to do? Live my entire life being grumpy or, being sad or pity party? No. I look at it as, I loved a cat once and I lost her. Her name was Blanca. We had over a decade together. I really loved her. And when she died in my arms, I broke. But I didn't stop me from loving the other cats that I had loved, nor loving other cats that come in my life, because when we're put here on this planet, we end up being caretakers, if you really think about it. Right? At first, we're taken care of as a child, and we're grown and shown the way the world works, or at least I hope, and everything else, and then eventually you get old enough to where you can make your own kids. And do you make your own kids or not? It's up to you. But let's just say you get a pet. You take care of it, right? You get a child. You take care of it, right? Let's just say you have a good relationship with your parents. You take care of them, right? And then as you get older, someone has to take care of you, at least in most circumstances. That is literally what life is all about. I guarantee you, no one has ever explained that to you like that before. Most likely. And so in this life, it's about taking care of one another, having each other's backs, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. But, I digress. Seems a lot of divisions going on in this world anymore, and it shouldn't matter about who, what, when, where, and why. We should be just loving one another and caring about one another, but I digress. Otherwise, thanks for joining me for yet another book, even though it was short-lived short story, but it was okay, right? It was okay. Like, if there was like a scale, instead of this little thumbs down, thumbs up, it's such an arbitrary, stupid shit. If there was like a star rating system, it's one of the reasons why I like RC, is there's a 5-star rating system, and if it was this book, I would give it maybe a 3, maybe a 4-star out of 5. Right? But otherwise, I'm not that impressed with it. There was a lot of loopholes, plot armor, things that I didn't agree with. Again, some things I criticized while we were actively playing through, etc. So, it just could have been better. And it could have been longer. Right? So, anyway, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. And I'll catch you, hopefully, in the next video. Peace out.